my God, that was a journey, wasn't it? Jesus. I tell you what, large dogs, candles, and short people struggling to get on stage. What could possibly go wrong there? Amazing YouTube clip, though, isn't it? Yeah. Make sure you monetize it. Yeah. Hello. Oh, it's so good to be back. Hello. How you doing? I'm really pleased, actually, about the microphone situation. Because I don't know if you've noticed, but I've got a really loud, booming voice. I often get confused with God. So Emily and Christians. Who knew God was a 4'2" woman from Birmingham? Terribly disappointing. Yeah, and for those at the back, I am really short and massively far away. When does that happen? And for the rest of you, is it Ray? Ray? Len? No. I'm just going to go through all the names that middle-aged men with long hair might have. Roy? Alex. As you, Alex. I tell you what, just before I move on to that, me and you, pictured in front of all this wood. What an amazing, folk album cover from the 70s. I would totally buy that record. I massively would. A little circle and so, get the dog back. Brilliant. Yeah, for the rest of you, basically, it might be a little bit weird, but I think you'll all agree, you all would. 10 minutes to think about it. Let's crack on. Yeah, so really short, obvs, but I'm actually the stand-up circuit's fourth shortest comedian. How rubbish is that? It's disappointing, isn't it? Saturated, isn't it? Saturated market. My parents were like, I'm going to give up my day job. I'm going to be a stand-up comedian. I'm going to travel the UK telling my jokes. And they were like, oh, brilliant. You've got that whole small joke corner mark. You've got that market completely covered. Well, a quarter of it. Hopefully at the minute. Seems to be a rush on. And, people get us confused all the time, basically. They get us confused. It's quite rude, really. They get us mixed up and people come up to me and they're like, oh, it's you! It's you! Are you that one from Live at the Apollo? No! That's the other one. Oh, it's you with the TikTok and the... Oh, you got so many hits. Is that you off TikTok? No! That's the other one. Oh, is that you? Didn't you used to work in Sainsbury's? Yes! I was on fish. Recognise me now. Oh, such a low level of fame, such a low level. And as a result, backyard, I hate other short people. They ruin my Edinburgh posters, basically. They really ruin my gimmick. I've made a list of why. I hope you don't mind. Alex, isn't it? I hope you don't mind, Alex. I didn't have a chance to get it laminated. I hate us when we get fired out of cannons. Standard, isn't it, really? Oh, I hate us when we wear festive shit. Now, I'm going to level with you. If there's a chance at Christmas time that you might be mistaken for a Christmas elf, don't dress like a goddamn Christmas elf. That's my advice. Oh, I'll actually like this one. I hate us when we get drunk and fall off high bar stools. How the fuck did we get up there in the first place? It's one of life's mysteries, isn't it? One of life's mysteries. Yes. Oh. This might have happened to you, sir. It might have happened to you. I hate us when we appear by surprise in a lift. Causing a large, sharp intake of breath. So you're like in John Lewis, you're fiddling your buttons, you're after your vest and pants. Number 4. Doors open. Bing. am, bitches! That's always, isn't it? Always. And hate us when we're smaller than me. I think we've covered that one, haven't we? And I hate us when we do porn. Yeah, quite a loud laugh there, Alex, really. Bit too incriminating for my liking, isn't it, really? It is. I tell you what, I'm not just going to come over, well, I am going to slug off short people, but there was a time when I really liked us, yeah? I liked short people, and that was back in the 1980s when we were allowed to be a little bit shit. There was no Game of Thrones then, was there? There was no pressure of the Paralympics then, was there? Oh, we'd just go on the Jeremy Beadle show, Google him. Go on the Jeremy Beadle show wearing a stupid hat, doing a funny little dance, and everyone thought we were amazing. Now it's all go and fight that dragon. Go and climb up that mountain. I had a blooming script through the other day, guys. It was gutting. It said the character sits on a rock, recovering, having killed 9 people with an axe. Can't even change a duvet cover. I'm like a shit ghost. Oh, it's exhausting. The pressure on short people. And we as short people put pressure on ourselves as well, because I don't actually meet many short people, but when you do meet a short person, say in a supermarket, the energy turns a bit weird. It goes like cats, you know, and you like, the energy turns a bit weird because basically you, them, and everybody else in the supermarket thinks you're about to sleep together. Because that's what happened in The Wizard of Oz. It did. And sometimes, sometimes it does happen. Sometimes I was at a party with celebrities a couple of years, about a good few years ago now, and that little Vern Troyer, the mini-me, God rest his soul, but mini-me, he starts trundling towards me, eyeballs me, coming over towards me, and I thought, my first reaction is to do this on his head. When am I ever going to get to do that shit again? I thought, no, I'm going to say something insightful to him because it's a world that, me and him share, only things that we know about, basically. But I'd had half a bottle of Zambuca. So insightful turned into... Burn! Burn! Have you ever been hit in the head with a flip-top bin lid? He said no, and I slept with him anyway. I might have done. My name's a bit weird as well. It's Joe Coffey. And obviously my parents were a bit weirded out when I was born. It's an Irish name. It sounds made up, but they were like, oh, what are we going to put with, what are we going to do? And she's born, what are we going to put with Coffey? And then they were like, we want to call her Tamara. And they were like, oh, no, we can't because of tea coffee. She might get picked on. Yeah. So then they were like, Catherine, Kathy, oh, lovely. No, Catherine, coffee, Nescafe. She might get picked on. So they had a bit of think. They had a round mind. They were like, well, what do we call her? Oh, I know. Why don't we call her Joanna? Do you want a coffee? Do you want a coffee? Do you want a coffee, you massive dickheads? Call me Hitler, I'd have been picked on less, quite frankly. I'm going to head very shortly, but to tell you, just put what you've just seen in some sort of perspective for the rest of you. I read a little review myself. Midlands comic, obviously, so I read a little review, and it said, we went to a student night, it was brilliant. It was £5 in, 5 comics on, but the highlight of the night for me was Joe Coffey. Sometimes. It was worth well over £1, so... Mathematically, I'm not sure how it worked out for you tonight, but thank you very much for having me. I'm going to try and not fall over a large bar.